From clapping back to a judge,
You want to come up here and sing, Simon? Because I'd like to see you face that lot.
to threatening to slap another,
Now, you know what? You were the one person I didn't want to see today because I really want to slap you now.
these are the rudest contestants who had a complete meltdown live on stage. Starting with the singing souls from season 3 of Britain's Got Talent, whose arrogance was on full display backstage before the audience even began.
We're going to show those judges that we're better than the Pussycat Dolls, we're better than Sugar Babes. We are going to show the judges what we got, and we are going to show the judges what it takes to win this competition.
But the moment they walked onto the stage, the tone was set by an unfortunate slip of the tongue from Simon.
We're the Singing Souls.
The Singing Trolls.
Souls.
The group had already gotten off on the wrong foot, but it only got worse when they boldly claimed they were destined for stardom.
What's the sort of dream here? Who do you want to be like in 7 or 8 years' time? Spice Girls?
Anybody could outsell them.
But that confidence quickly proved to be pure delusion the moment they started with painfully off-key vocals and clashing harmonies that made the judges wince.
Don't remember me,
The performance was so bad that all 3 judges slammed their buzzers almost immediately, cutting them off mid-song. Instead of taking the hint, Hannah completely lost it at the panel, refusing to accept that their performance was anything less than perfect.
It's one of the worst groups I've ever heard in my life.
You want to come up here and sing, Simon? Because I'd like to see you face that lot.
Simon couldn't believe his ears and had to explain to her how the show actually works.
Girls, here's the deal. You sing, I judge. That's the way it goes.
You sing, and I'll judge you.
But she wasn't finished making a fool of herself.
I can just be as bad as you lot.
You are grounded.
Bite me.
Yeah, big mistake. Simon did not let that disrespect slide and fired back immediately.
You sounded like 3 cats being dragged up the motorway. It was just awful. You know, and to compare yourself with the Spice Girls, it's just crazy.
But as bad as that meltdown was, it was nothing compared to Debbie from the X Factor 2008, a contestant who walked in full of attitude, already convinced that she had everything it takes to win.
The stage presence, I've got the looks, and I've got everything, and I know I have.
She had big dreams of becoming a superstar, and she was convinced this audition would be her big break.
My dreams could definitely become a reality because I've got it. I've got it all, and I know I have.
She was confident, maybe too confident.
Debbie, why are you here today?
Because I've got the X Factor, I know I can win, and I've just got it, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
How good are you?
I'm amazing.
But the moment she began to sing, it turned out her dream was purely delusional.
It's hard to kill. Who knows what miracle
The judges were unimpressed.
can achieve.
And when Sharon, one of the judges, gave her brutal feedback, Debbie began slowly to boil with rage from within.
Your voice is okay. You've got no star quality about you. There's no charisma.
No charisma.
Things didn't get any better when Simon agreed with Sharon.
Yeah, I agree with Sharon. A bit pub singer-ish, I thought.
Really?
Yeah.
But it was Lewis's final criticism that pushed her over the edge.
The reality is you're not very good.
Debbie completely lost it, threatening to slap him and screaming at the top of her lungs.
Now, you know what? You were the one person I didn't want to see today because I really want to slap you now.
Lewis triggered her again, and she lashed out even harder.
But you are not a good singer.
I'm not a good singer. That is why I've been a singer since I was 6-year-old, and everyone I've ever met, people who don't even like me, have come up to me and told me I've got an amazing voice. You can't bloody sing, mate.
I don't want to be a singer.
It was time for the judges to vote, and Lewis pushed her to the edge once more.
Absolutely 100% rubbish.
After 4 resounding no's and several remarks about her attitude, Sharon escorted her out of the room. But Debbie wasn't finished. She stormed back in, determined to teach Lewis a lesson, only to have the tables turned, and she got served instead.
I don't glass at you. But it's not mine.
But while Debbie's tantrum was explosive, the next contestants brought unimaginable chaos to the 2010 X Factor stage. Meet Abby and Lisa, convinced they were destined to impress the judges. Their group name alone, Ablisa, already hinted that things were about to get a little awkward.
I'm Abby. And I'm Lisa. And together we're Abby and Lisa.
They rubbed the judges the wrong way as soon as they walked up to the stage, overly bubbly and even making inappropriate comments about Lewis's age.
Yeah, Louis, and I said he's an old man, sorry. I said, like, you could be the same age as my granddad. I said, sorry.
And when Simon asked why they were participating in the show, they came up with a bizarre story, followed by a rude statement from Lisa, which doesn't make her popular with the crowd.
Why did you decide to do this?
Because, I don't know, it's just like, I don't know, it's basically, I don't know, we just ran. Can everybody stop laughing at me?
But that comment was nothing compared to Lisa's next move, which turned the crowd completely against them.
Get confidence to do things.
Hang on.
Shut up!
No one saw what was coming next as they both stormed off the stage, leaving everyone stunned. Minutes later, they came back, trying to reinvent their approach, while insisting they were the next big thing. But from the very first note of Shane Ward's "That's My Goal," it was clear they weren't.
Yeah. Please, you know where I come from.
The crowd booed until they stopped singing, and the duo began to argue again.
At the end of the day, we don't care what you guys say, we just came up here. But at the end of the day, yeah, obviously we care what you think, but she's just being a bit over the top.
Simon gave his critique, calling them the worst contestants he'd ever seen on the show.
Can I be honest with you two? You have the worst attitude of any contestants I have ever met on any of these shows.
Another judge offered feedback, but Lisa fired back immediately.
The singing was not great, girls.
Who are you?
As the rejection sank in, Abby turned on her partner, blaming Lisa for ruining their shot. Then, in a moment that left everyone speechless, backstage, Abby finally let out all of her frustration, explaining why she was furious with her friend. And honestly, you can't really blame her.
She goes to one of the star judges. Sorry, but who the hell are you? How does that mean? That makes me look like a top.
But Ablisa wasn't the only group to leave both audiences and judges gasping in shock. 17-year-old trio, Gemma, George, and Maria, took to the audition stage on the X Factor 2009 with a mission that really lived up to their stage name.
And what's your group called?
Triple Trouble.
The message was clear: to give younger teens a better name in society.
Guys, what's the message you would like to spread if you won?
Not all teenagers are the same, because nowadays teenagers are getting put down because of knife crime, gun crime, drugs.
Their performance went terribly wrong from the start, as even Simon could barely hold back his laughter.
And we'll never be worlds apart, maybe in a magazine.
The only message the trio delivered was off-key vocals and wrong notes. None of the judges could hold back their laughs any longer as the performance continued. It didn't take long for Simon to stop the show and sarcastically ask if they all had colds.
Hey, under my umbrella.
And while that comment wasn't enough, Simon had more to say.
I mean, that was a racket, wasn't it?
One of the contestants, George, didn't find it very funny and clapped back at Simon, saying his comment was rude.
That's kind of rude, you know.
But he didn't stop there.
You need to get off your high horse and stop talking rubbish, Simon, because real talk...
The judges were too shocked to speak as he kept yelling on stage while his groupmates looked uncomfortable. Then he lost it completely and yelled at Simon to shut up.
Shut up!
It finally took the crowd's booing to drive them off stage, with George angrily tossing his microphone as he left. It was an insane meltdown. Even the judges couldn't recover quickly from it. Yet George's fury didn't stop at the stage. Backstage, he was still raging out, clearly not ready to move on from what just happened.
Simon is a mug, seriously.
And it didn't end there. George even had a message for Simon.
What, Simon? I would sleep with one eye open because you ain't seen The Last of Us. I'd walk down the street with eyes behind your head because Triple Trouble, you ain't heard the last of Triple Trouble. We will be back and we'll be back with a vengeance.
And that promise wasn't left idle. Years later, George returned to the X Factor in 2011, no longer a stranger to the judges.
I'm here to clear my name.
I know him.
And his first audition ended in a tantrum with Simon. He came back claiming to be more mature.
You had a really bad audition, was that right?
Yeah, it was like a train wreck, but times have changed from there. I've matured.
At first, it looked promising. He was calm and seeking redemption.
I just want to do things properly this time.
But nothing had quite changed, as his performance was painfully terrible.
I wanna love you tonight.
It was so bad that the judges stopped him halfway through. Then the old George resurfaced, visibly angry at being interrupted.
And I might make you feel so... Why the music stopped?
Because we think we've heard enough.
He warned the audience not to start booing. When critiques came, he shot nasty looks at the judges.
And you're gonna hear a whole bunch of them, and if you can't take the heat, baby, then you need to get out of the kitchen.
But instead of taking the judges' feedback, he decided to give out his own opinion.
And your singing was not good.
Okay, I respect your opinion.
Okay.
Now it's time for my opinion.
He began to trash talk one of the judges as his friend joined him on stage for backup.
This scumbag trying to replace Cheryl. I swear it's some scumbag from the block.
George completely lost his temper and kept going.
Silly.
This time, it took the security to escort him off the stage.
The entire nation.
But even after being dragged away, he still wasn't done. Backstage, his insults toward the judges continued.
Really? No dogs allowed. I didn't know dogs were allowed at X Factor. I would have brought my now station.
No talent at all, Gary.